Oh, what do we have here? Today we have a 14-year-old kills his girlfriend, doesn't realize his life is over. You're done, bud. Well, not at 14. You get juvenile life. It's 21. You know, you get start over. But thank you guys for tuning in. And without further ado, let's get it.
You're 14?
Yes.
14 is crazy.
You need to think.
I did not pull the trigger.
This crybaby is 14-year-old Aaron Schmidt.
That is a rough
now,
14.
Aaron is throwing a hissy fit after murdering his ex-girlfriend, Alana
Why would you murder her, though?
And as he watches his life come crumbling down,
It's
he will do
crumbling.
the one thing he does best: call for mommy.
I want my mama.
You don't want to hurt
I would call for my mama, too.
Mom.
And over the course of this investigation, detectives will
I hate
begin
when
to
people cry
discover
when
a
they do
trail
something
of abandoned
horrendous.
clues, getting to the bottom of what happened to Alana.
Yeah.
One way
Because some other dude did. Everybody tries to say that. It does not add up.
or another.
That
You're
is
all over
facts.
This whole thing, period. The gun, the yard, the house, the road. You, Aaron, are over everything.
Oh, wow.
Tell me the truth.
These guys are intense. This is going to be a good interrogation.
On January 31st, 2011, dispatch in rural Georgia received a heartbreaking 911
That's a year after I
call that
graduated.
changed their community forever.
Where's your emergency?
In the woods.
Down two in the woods.
Oh, fuck.
How old is she?
I couldn't imagine finding my sister like that.
Alana Callahan loved church, riding four-wheelers, and school. She had never been in any kind of trouble and was
Oh,
a strict
shit.
rule follower who rarely left her home alone. How she ended up in the woods behind her family home, barely clinging to life, was a mystery.
Her boyfriend.
However, when police arrived at the scene, pieces of that mystery slowly started to come together. At the scene, they discovered
always by
Alana's
somebody you
older
know.
sister, who had placed the 911 call, and her next-door neighbor, a 14-year-old named Lacey Aaron Schmidt.
That's a
Aaron
rough
and Alana were
14.
very close
Shit.
friends, and Aaron was a fixture at their home.
Bro looked like he worked nights and smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. God damn.
Often joining them for dinners, and even on family vacations. Not only that, but the two had previously been in a relationship as well.
Oh,
But at
God.
the scene,
That's how it
Aaron wasn't
starts.
playing the part of a grieving family friend. He was very clearly trying to play that part, and failing miserably.
It's so fake.
Detectives noted at the scene that Aaron frequently tried to force tears when speaking to them, or whenever he felt someone was looking at him. As soon as he believed eyes weren't on him, the tears would instantly stop. And when detectives bring him in for questioning,
You
his
ain't gonna be able to
acting
get
only
that
gets
past no
worse.
grown man. That's for sure. You're not gonna be able to get that past a grown
First
man.
things first. Tell me what you know happened. I mean, start from the very beginning
Well,
and tell me what you know
ever
happened.
since, like,
That man got a bald head. He is not finna take no for an answer.
well, when I went up to the road, because I know Amanda comes down to pick her up when it's raining. It was a little bit rainy earlier. When I went up to the road and tell Amanda that I won't be able to come for 2 weeks because I got a restriction. 2 weeks.
Oh shit. They got 2 bald
And
heads.
I told her everything. I was going back down to the house, and there's like a little gate right there, but it's cable hanging there. But I saw somebody run across it and was
What?
all telling it. So my uncle don't like no one on land, and I have to get him off because in the past the people trying to start fires and stuff like that.
Why would they be doing that?
Don't need to be there. Well, I went to go see where he went. I was looking
Uh-huh.
around, looking around. I went to go see if Amanda knew where he went. If she seen him or anything. But when I went to go she had to go follow her. She was already halfway down the road with the truck to go pick up little Chase.
This story don't make no sense.
Because, and when I went down, I said I can't catch up with her in that truck. And I just stopped and I went to go turn around to go back to the house. When I turned around, I saw somebody kind of taller because how
Okay.
far distant it looks like somebody's taller up there, something higher, like on that back porch. Well, he was dressed in grayish, blackish pants.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't believe shit he's saying. This story is just taking too long to get to the actual point of what happened.
Black boots and a black jacket on and a black beanie on. And he saw me and looked at me and ran. And he was white. He was a white man. He ran away down to the creek bank, and I kind of thought that was kind of dumb because there ain't nothing down that way except just dead end.
Okay.
Except a little bit of four-wheeler trails. So I went to go see if anything was gone or missing because you know how somebody try to break in and go run away. I
His
seen the
body
chair
posture
knock
throws me
over.
off. His hand movements in his head. I guess he's trying to get us to believe what's going on, but
And I saw a bunch
he's not
of
doing a good job
reddish looking
at
stuff.
all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Kool-Aid myself. Because Amanda kept on saying it was Kool-Aid. And I said it didn't look like Kool-Aid.
Okay.
I went and looked out the back door and I saw some, like, like drag marks.
Mhm.
Well, I seen that and I saw a bunch of more bed stuff and I figured
Can
out
we get
that
to it, please?
when
Damn.
Amanda came up, that Alana was missing. And so I went out and started helping Amanda look for her. And I found Alana out on the side of that road. Weren't you there?
Hmm.
Was you there?
At the scene?
Yeah.
I mean, afterwards, yeah, I came up.
He
She
said
was
afterwards.
laying
Don't be placing me in no
and
spot.
I got
Shit.
Amanda. I got sick
I know
in
that's
my
right.
stomach. I didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
I just grabbed the phone from her and I was talking to some person talking about CPR.
Why can't he
Aaron's
keep his
story is
hands
about as
still?
solid as a slice of Swiss.
That's what
And
I'm
police
saying.
aren't the only ones who have realized that by this point. When Alana's sister was
I
questioned
can't
at
believe
the
nothing
scene,
he's saying.
she expressed to police that she had concerns about Aaron. Firstly, when the two went to search for Alana outside, Aaron seemed to know exactly where she was.
Oh no.
As soon as they were outside, he pointed to the direction where she was found.
What?
However, according to Alana's sister, there was no possible way he could see her from where they were standing.
Facts.
On top of that, when they approached the body, Aaron took a twig out of her hair and then proceeded to freak out, telling Alana, "Now they're going to find my DNA on her. They're going to think I did something."
Why would
Little
they
does
think
Aaron
that?
know his DNA being found on her isn't the most condemning evidence that law enforcement have.
What it is?
And the
What is
investigation
it? I mean,
has just begun.
But when I turned around and walked out in front of that burn pile, I was looking down that trail, and that's when I saw Alana. And I got an upset stomach, and I was feeling woozy. And Amanda saying, "Where's she at? Where's she at?" And I was saying, "Down that trail." And she's saying, "Which trail? Did one behind me? That one or that one?" I said, "That one over
it's 3 different trails. How the fuck you know what trail she was on?
there." And she seen her, and she ran over there.
Oh
Called
no.
911 and just started.
Does he really think this act that he's doing is going to like get him out of what just happened? Cause it's like prosthetic legs. We can't stand on that
Let
shit.
me ask you this. This is about really the only thing that's I'm not really sure about. When you looked out the back door and you saw what you said by then, you knew
Facts.
when you saw the drag marks
'Cause
around.
Okay.
We dragged garbage out.
Okay.
That
But you said you already
Hold
saw-
on. What do you mean by
this
drag
time
marks?
You'd already seen the guy in the dark clothing twice. Saw him at least once at the back door or whatever. You
Okay.
walk in and
Hold on. So he saw the guy twice?
you see this drag mark
Okay.
leading to that trail over here. Why didn't you follow it?
Exactly.
I thought it was because a couple of days ago, me, Chase, and Little Paul, because they got another little brother that's got after school that comes at 6 o'clock. So we was taking out garbage stuff
I don't believe nobody that's with a chasing a little paw.
for the day, going out around that tree. Because if we kept on going straight, there's like a metal chain out there.
Okay.
You can't hardly notice. But if we drag it over, it's going to rip open the bag and it's going to spit out all that.
Hey, do y'all see that officer's pose right there? He is about to get to the bottom of it because that arm right there, when somebody put their arm right there like that, that mean we ain't buying it, buddy. You're gonna have to come with more than that.
Garbage everywhere.
They might be playing good cop, bad cop though.
And that's why I thought I'm used to that black mark
I kind of don't understand why, if you'd already been all around that area of the creek.
down here,
Well, you
Yeah.
said you've been all over there looking.
going down through here in that back trail.
Okay, but
You're in the backyard when you come out the back door, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How does that even
turn
happen?
immediately and go back down the way that you just had already checked. I mean, you came from your house all the way down that trail, all along, searching the fields, looking around, come all the way back up the front of the house and go all the way
Except
down,
this
halfway
field.
down the driveway. Look at
Yeah.
that field, look through that field to see.
You basically did a whole, you went all the way around her body just to find her body. That shit weird, bro.
See the guy on the back porch, apparently. Come back around, go in the house, come through the house, see the drag trail, lead right back around to the only area where you have not been, And what do you do when you come out of the back door again?
That part.
You go immediately
That's what
back
I
down
want to
the
know.
other area, which you've already checked, which you said that you already knew he wasn't down there.
Yeah.
Down here. I knew he wasn't down there. I did not check this one trail right to there.
Yeah, but I mean, is
How
there
would you know
anything
that?
would led you to believe that he would have hung around in that one trail? I mean, you've been all over that area, all through there.
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing I can tell you is, I can understand most everything you're telling me. And
I
You
can't.
have to kind of go with me here on this.
I'm lost on this shit.
Do you know anything about how kind of this thing works as far as, crime scene investigations and all that kind of stuff? You know how any of that works? I mean,
No,
you ever
he
seen
does
anything on
not.
CSI or anything
And
like
it
that?
shows.
I have, but I'm not really paying attention to
Come
it.
on, he a kid. What he gonna know about
I don't know
that
if
shit?
you like it or not, but that's kind of part of this falls into that CSI kind of thing. No, we don't
Ooh.
do an hour and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it takes a little bit longer. But
Oh, you in some big shit when CSI gets involved. Huh? That's some tough
one of the
shit.
things that we did is we had dogs come out. I don't know if you saw them or not.
And I saw one.
You saw one. There was at least two we had out there.
What are the dogs
Do you have
for?
any idea what those dogs do?
Not really. All I know from one time from Jersey to last Thursday, we had like a little event where the military was showing off the dogs, little tricks. They smell out like weapons.
They do
stuff
more
like
than that.
Drugs,
Mhm.
bombs, stuff like that.
Yeah. And also ours,
And guard dogs.
people,
What we call tracking dogs.
tracking dogs. And we had not one but two dogs go all over that area, from the back of the house all the way back down that trail as far as they could go, and back down toward the creek and all over that area.
This is finna be crazy.
And you know one thing they didn't find?
What they didn't file.
They didn't find a trail. The dogs kept kind of looping back around back to the house.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to wonder if there was another person down there besides you that was leaving a trail down there that was doing all that running around that you said you saw him doing. Why wouldn't we have a trail back there?
Ooh. They got him. They got
You
him.
don't know.
Because if it was another trail, right, it would have been two trails instead of just one, but it's just one trail. So, oh shit, they caught him in his lie already.
Standpoint of,
I told you that man had that hand like that on his leg, but he ain't came to play, and he got a bald head. You know, you a strong person when you keep the hair on the sides and in the back, and then you just George Jefferson that shit. You like, bro ain't came to
they went
play.
over there in that area where Alana was and worked that area too.
He thought he was about to get away.
It would be pretty hot and heavy on that. Then they could pick something off of that. And weren't able to do that either.
Facts. Oh, don't be quiet now.
So I'm just wondering if maybe you could kind of fill in some blanks for me there on I mean, these dogs are trained. I mean, they're trained.
I know they're trained.
They're super trained.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I do
So somebody lying, they knows or you.
know about the dogs. The dogs don't have to worry about back talking us, or the dogs don't have to worry about second guessing. Once you put them down there, they just run and smell.
But all dogs do.
Pretty much, other than eating or pooping, right?
You see how his posture
But
and
I've
his
got a
mood has
dog down there, and
changed?
I've got not one.
He's not. Now he's thinking about his actions. He's not as fidgety. He's got his leg cocked up.
We think, well, maybe that dog's not having a good day, because I mean, like people
He's messing with his fingers. They got him right where they want him. He don't even know it.
don't have good days sometimes. Not always, not a whole lot, but sometimes they're, So we put two, just to be on the safe side. Do the same thing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I think they got you, my boy. I think it's time to just go ahead and fess up.
We're not trying to say anything one way or the other. We're trying to get a big picture, because
Yeah, you trying to, because it kind of don't throw out a good picture because dogs can't get no sense.
well, it would be different if it was some, maybe.
Yeah, you talking about you saw somebody and you didn't see nobody because they sitting here saying that it was only one trail. You was the only person out there.
Because we've had that before. Well, maybe. I mean, I got all the way down as far as here, but that's about it. I'm talking about zilch, none, zero. I'm talking about running around down there all throughout that area where you said you saw this person running and nothing. I mean, the dog didn't even act like it was even.
Man, I knew from the beginning I ain't believe that shit.
Because right where that fence is, I follow fallen footprints. That's why.
And that's where I was going with it too, because they went down there and the handlers have somebody with them called a spotter.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the spotter's job is?
To spot.
He sees anything.
And to take care of the handler and make sure that the handler's concentrating on the dog. If the dog does anything that says, we got something here, the handler's going to see that.
Yeah.
The spotter looks around the handler. So if he sees anything or anybody or anything of any kind of, significance, he'll know where it is and he can mark it. So in case they have to come back. Nothing. Footprints, not nothing. You know how it is. I mean, you see all this mud right here. He's got it all over his pants. And you got a little bit of there too. But I was walking around and stuff and I was trying to be careful and I was stomping all through it. And I mean, there was all kind of footprints and stuff down there, but if you get off down in that muddy area down there around that creek.
He like, fuck.
Yeah, but there was nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So unless this person evaporated.
Not in the system.
So what does that lead us? Where does that lead us?
To you, Bucko.
It almost leads back to me.
It doesn't just lead back to Aaron. It points flashing neon arrows at him. Throughout the initial interrogation, Aaron changes his story regarding the man he supposedly saw running away from Alana's house multiple times.
And when you change that story, you got to come with an even better one, and they gonna know you lying.
Initially, he states the man was black and tall. Then not black, but wearing black clothing. Even later in the investigation, he tells detectives that the
He
man was
ugly.
short, fattish, and brownish. If you're going to make up a suspect, at least stick to one description.
That part.
Though at this point, it doesn't matter.
It don't.
Tracking dogs at the scene found no trail left by anyone aside from Alana's sister and Aaron. The trail leading to her body only went from the house to the woods and back, meaning that whoever dragged her there didn't run off in the woods. They meandered back to the house as if nothing happened.
That's crazy. That's crazy to sit there and murder somebody and act like it didn't even happen. That's wild.
That second guy, that other guy.
Okay.
It wasn't another guy.
Well, I mean, but how you just said.
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe what happens at the end though. This is crazy.
No. I mean, people don't just evaporate into thin air.
I know what
Facts.
you're saying, but I know I wouldn't hurt him long.
Didn't think you would.
Why would you say that?
And that's where I was going to go with it. I mean, from what I understand, you're very good with her.
Yeah.
We've been good friends ever since she moved there.
Yep.
And people get killed by the people that they are the closest to you. Did you know that?
But kind of went out. And so then we just became friends because she says if it don't work out, let's just be real friends.
And y'all can still be good friends.
Be real good friends.
Okay.
Friends with benefits.
And from what I gather from everybody that I've talked to, that we've talked to, that's what they said. I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination, that what happened was something that was malicious. I mean, that's another thing that we can kind of tell. These
investigators always know how to pull stuff out of people without even trying, because this is an art form in itself.
When we see these things and we were trying to put 2 and 2 together here, we want them to add up to 4. You know?
Not 16.
Getting a few pieces of the puzzle together to kind of get there. And one of those huge pieces of the puzzle that didn't fit was that fact about the guy. But the other one is, we can kind of tell that this is not something that we think that was just a malicious deal. I mean,
nah.
Truth be known, it could have been an accident.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes that's just how it happens too.
And it might have been one of them unfortunate deals. I mean, I don't know, there was a movie out at one time called Lemony Snicket's, a series of unfortunate events.
I gotta go check that out.
I hadn't either. I just heard the title and it kind of fits. Kind of in a series of unfortunate events. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody went out here and planned to do this like some cold-hearted, callous person did, but maybe, just maybe, things happen in such a way that it was an accident.
Yeah, because sometimes your emotions get the best of you, And it happens.
They happen, and we try to get past them. And, the person that, did these things is extremely, extremely sorry for it. and wants things to be different more than anything in this
I like how he did that. Y'all see how he did that? See how the detective is trying to empathize with him and show him, hey, look, this shit happens all the time.
world wants things to be
That is a
different.
great tactic.
The only thing that I could tell a person in that situation would be what we know we can work with, what we don't know, we'll have to add our own thing to the equation.
And you do not want them doing that,
Sometimes
because they're gonna add up the worst of the worst equation. Is not gonna be in your favor. I can guarantee you that.
you know, that doesn't always look good.
Yes, sir.
So the only thing I'm telling you is, if you'll help me, I'll try to do everything I can to make sure that we keep this straight and that we give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But certain things I don't think are adding up. And
Exactly.
I don't want to wind up going out of here and giving anybody the wrong impression about things. Is there anything that you need to change about what happened?
No, there's nothing. I know that it's changeable because I know I didn't put nothing in there that I did. Because I can't do stuff
What you mean by that? Nothing that you did.
like that.
You can't do stuff
Wait,
like
what?
that.
Try to hurt her. She's actually a nice person. I almost know.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. But if there is stuff there that says you were there, how are we going to get around that?
Could your ass going to
I
jail?
mean, CSI, the way it works is we find things. Sometimes we don't find anything. Other times we find stuff.
And
when we find stuff,
it's
it's got
over.
to come from somewhere.
Mm.
There's got to be an explanation.
You got to be.
His whole demeanor changed as soon as they brought up the dogs, though. Y'all seen that? Y'all recognize that? Y'all seen how he was like talking forward? He was trying to explain himself and be convincing. Now to his kind of slump back.
Two explanations. There's what I can make of it, or there's what I'm told. And I'm trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt without trying to put words in their mouth or without trying to make anything of it.
Trying to think that something else happened, but
Well,
it didn't happen.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
Aaron and Alana had dated briefly in the past, though their split was reportedly amicable. Aaron
Damn.
continued visiting the home, going on vacations with the family, and even spending holidays with them.
What?
Because unfortunately, Aaron's home life left much to be desired.
Oh.
His mother was the stepdaughter of his father, which makes for a rather tangled and tragic family.
What in the flying
Tree.
fuckity fuck? What? Hold on. Say that again.
Because
Whoa.
unfortunately, Aaron's home life
Are these people in Alabama?
left much to be desired. His mother was the stepdaughter of his father, which makes for a rather tangled
Wow. That's a huge entanglement right there.
and tragic family tree.
That
As
is
a
a-
result, he was living with his older half-sibling from his father's previous relationship.
What?
His life was reportedly incredibly unstable, which led to him leaning on the Callahans for love and comfort.
Oh,
Love
wow.
and comfort which they happily gave to him, at least until he started to betray it.
And you did this to a child? Oh man, it's gonna be a special place in hell for you, young man.
When I first seen her,
That's crazy.
How she was, I first thought she was, or something bad happened.
And you could tell this how. You said when you first saw her, you could tell that how.
I don't know how. It's just where no one would just come up and just hurt her. She don't let anybody try to touch her inappropriately.
Okay.
It's one thing she don't do.
Do you think somebody might have been there and maybe tried to go a little further than what she was comfortable with?
I don't know.
That was a wild
Honestly,
statement.
That's maybe what I was kind of thinking. That maybe somebody was there and
This interrogator is good.
maybe they were talking and cutting up, and one thing led to another, and things went a little bit out of hand.
It happens. It shouldn't happen, but it happens.
But there again, that's just kind of what I think. Could that be a possibility?
I don't know. That's all I saw was that what I told you was that black person Well, not black person because all
Who we've
black.
already pretty much established wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what you always
He said who we already established is not there.
What the evidence is showing us.
well, dogs and everything like that.
Dogs.
This officer is a dick.
lack of anything
I like
else
it.
that tells me. But Aaron, let me ask you this: what point would it be for me to sit here and try to trick you?
Facts. Why would they have you in interrogation? Have you talking about this shit? Like they know something, bro, and you think they stupid, but they not.
There isn't.
There isn't none, right?
That ain't a job.
Then you look at me and you listen to what I'm saying. I'm not trying to trick you. I am absolutely not trying to make you out to be
The emotional composure of this detective is just jaw dropping.
idiot. Nothing. I'm talking serious business here. And when I tell you, there's nothing we got right now to show that there was a man there, period. Nothing.
At all.
Nothing. Trying. You saw those cars that were out there, right? There was more cars that you didn't see that were all the way up the road, both sides, all the way around. They had that area cordoned off because when they hear somebody ran, the first thing they want to do is set up a perimeter. There were perimeter cars set up.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody saw anything.
It's kind of something like y'all trying to say that I did something that I know I did.
That's exactly what they saying.
We're trying to fill it. No, we're trying to fill
I
it.
know what y'all saying, but it's kind of saying that.
I mean, a guilty conscience is gonna talk. I mean, if you gonna sit there and admit to it, go ahead. But your story don't make sense at all.
It makes it sound like it's come directly back to me, like I did something wrong.
You did.
What we're trying to get at here is we're trying to find out everything that happened.
Which I'm trying to tell you, but
There's just, I mean, I know you're trying to tell us about this blackish white guy out there. Well, if he doesn't exist, I don't want to have everybody out here looking for this, non-existent person.
Yeah, because that's gonna piss everybody off. Like, baby, we out here looking for this motherfucker, and it was you. Come on now. Like, we gotta do better.
and sitting here right now and be telling y'all that about this person, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would have already confessed a long time ago that I did something which I won't do because I don't do that. I don't.
You called me GSR.
This sound good. Oh shit, they finna do a DNA sample.
Aaron should have looked into a career at the local stadium, because really, he's already a professional goalpost mover. From this point in the interrogation, the lies spread like wildfire, with a new one popping up for every inconsistency that the detectives point out.
And you know what happened when you build a mountain of lies?
And they were far from the first to point out Aaron's habit of lying. Just a few days prior to Alana's murder, her parents came home to find Aaron standing in their home. The door had been unlocked, and with no one home, it was clear that Aaron had somehow snuck in.
How?
Alana's mother, upset by the crossed boundary, told Aaron that he wasn't allowed to come to the home for 2 weeks as punishment for, essentially, breaking into their home.
You better put sticky shoes off.
What the fuck?
Okay. Aaron,
Why they got him taking the shoes off?
you've been doing this a long time, baby.
I know.
You've been doing this a long time. This whole thing just got twisted, turned around. And like I said, the way we talk to you, we know you're not a bad guy. We know they, brought you in the family, treat you like family. I mean, if accidents happen, we can, that's something we can do.
Not they playing good cop, bad cop. Do you guys think they playing good cop, bad cop? Or do you think they trying to empathize with him and use the empathy role to get him to confess what happened?
You saw her mom. You saw what happened to you. Okay. I think she deserves to know what happened to her daughter.
Facts. It's only right, bro. They welcomed you into their family. It's the least you can do.
She's been, I think she was first.
I'll find my garage straight with you.
Please do.
But I was not the only person there.
Huh?
So I did not shoot the gun.
Huh?
I was actually trying to stop it.
Huh?
Well, I did see the person jump it, defense and everything. I kind of did do that, but I went straight to the house. But when I went in,
You didn't try to drag her
I
to
got
the
a little
house?
shot. And when that happened, he pointed the gun at me and I got scared. I'm sorry for lying at y'all.
Who had to do it?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, this tallest, I don't know who is true. I don't know
Is he trying to fake cry? Because that shit is not going to cut it, bro. You got to do way better than that.
his name though.
Y'all see how that shit just took a turn? How he just tried to play the empathy role? Like he trying to fake a tear and it's just not coming out like that, bro. We don't believe you. What the fuck?
Truth. You know, I'm trying to give truth, but every time I try to say it right now, it comes right back down to me.
We know.
But I was not the only person there. I swear to God, if I had a video camera, I would have put it on.
Let me see something. Let me see the bottom of your feet. No, lift them up. Lift them up. Lift them up.
Damn.
Here's yet another piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
On top of my foot.
On top of your feet.
Is it blood?
How is it you get blood on top of your feet walking around on it?
Oh, it's about to get good. It is about to get good. Because how do you get blood on the top of your feet?
On the floor.
I'm trying to tell y'all, but I just have to tell y'all that one
Oh,
part.
okay.
'Cause
Gotcha.
he aimed the gun at me.
Ain't no stop with that bullshit. Nobody ain't pointing no gun at you, bro.
Where did the gun come from?
Huh?
Where did the gun come from?
I don't know, sir.
What's gonna happen if they find that gun?
They gonna find your prints on it?
It's got your fingerprints on it, and on top of that, it's got gunshot residue on your hand. How are we gonna explain that?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
I think you are.
I'm sorry, but I did not shoot her.
So who shot her then if you didn't shoot her? You the one that got blood on your feet, bro. Like, come on now.
Did you see it happen?
Yes, sir.
How did
I
it
had to
happen?
ditch the weapon,
Okay. You had to ditch the weapon?
sir.
Where did you ditch the weapon?
You ditched the weapon? What you mean you ditched the weapon?
It's over there near those bushes near the truck.
Oh, God.
I had to help him move the dirt. Yeah, I didn't
And so the confession begins.
want to. I treated him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all won't believe this shit.
He kept on aiming the gun at me though, and telling me to do it. Saying that every time.
You still fucking lying. You still lying. You ain't learned your lesson. You got fake tears and you still lying.
I do still trying to know he was gonna get me. I'm scared.
But he had the gun on you. But then you
We got to give my boy some acting classes because this shit is not cutting it.
Then he threw the gun down and ran.
You had to ditch it, and then you ran out and you tried to look for him, and he was gone at that point.
Yes.
Why would you tell Amanda?
Because she was trying to say I was being mad. And trying to hurt Alana.
How would
What?
I don't know, sir.
was there an accident?
I know.
Listen to me. Listen to me. The only way.
What? What does Alana helping have to do with anything?
We're going to do anything as far as trying to explain to Alana's mom what really happened is for you to just go ahead and let us know what happened. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the God.
you're telling us some. But listen to me. It's not all. It's not
Huh.
all.
I did not pull the trigger.
But
I
like I
walked
said,
in as soon as it happened.
So if we find the gun, or we find the fingerprints on the trigger, and we find all that stuff, it's yours. I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter.
So you shot
I know
what you
because I
moved.
took off my shoes and I went there and helped that dude and moved the fire.
On the top of your feet. So I mean, I can.
I know because I
Yeah, blood only get on the top of your feet is if you was right there when it happened, bro.
had
Like,
to lift up the body.
Why didn't he do it?
He said he didn't want to get any on him.
Let me see. So we can
Who-
I don't know if they're gone on the shoot. I don't know.
No. Something ain't right.
Lord. It was some kind of short.
When is he gonna get out of this shit of somebody was with him and just say he the one that did it?
Percent. He ain't too
You
short.
just said before it was a tall black.
I know, but I had to say that so he don't get on me.
But if
I
you
know
don't
who
know
he is, though.
Who is it?
He is, but I don't know his name.
Where does he live?
He's a guy who likes shooting all his weapons.
Come on, bro. Like, nobody's believing this shit.
Down the road.
Finally, Aaron has narrowed in on a person to blame the murder on. A person who obviously has absolutely nothing to do with Alana's death. But Aaron
Facts.
keeps digging deeper.
We all know, sitting in this room, there was no second man.
There
I gotta-
was.
listen to me.
I'm not lying about the guy, though.
You are definitely lying.
To not stand there making up this lie
listen
about
to
this
me.
dude standing there with it.
Listen to me. Aaron, are you gonna listen to me?
Yes, sir.
I can tell you, with every bit of certainty of us sitting here, just like he can, there was no other man. So this boils down to one of two things.
It leads right down to me.
No, listen to me. It is either somebody that went over there with the intention of hurting Alana, and this was a premeditated, cold-blooded deal, or the only other thing it could be was things got a little out of hand, and it was a complete and total accident. And
I'm going with it got completely out of hand. It was a total accident because you the only one that had access to this little girl.
that person that did it is scared to dang death right now, trying to figure out how to make it right.
There's this boy named David.
And it ain't no fucking way to make it like, oh God, we gonna stick to this shit, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of psycho, a little bit like that.
He's just gonna lie the whole
He told me
interrogation,
a couple
huh?
days a week, or a couple kept on telling me that Lana likes making fun of him, making gestures, and he kept on making fun of him.
Look, that investigator, like, God dang, bro, like, just tell the truth. You keep telling these lies. Just tell the truth already, bro. This shit, you telling these lies is not finna make this shit any lighter, bro. You still gonna go to
and
jail.
everything, and he wanted to kind of get back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Kept on, cause she kept on.
They just told him that when the dogs tracked him, it wasn't no footprints, it wasn't no extra trails. It was only one trail, bro. It was your trail.
Waiting from this girl that he kept on trying to hit on.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to scare her a bit. And he went to go in there and go scare her. I didn't know he was going to do anything stupid.
Are you trying to say Dave Mathis is the one that shot her?
He came all dressed up and gave a punch. And we kept on hitting the side.
I still don't believe this guy.
He said, let's just start her up and scare her. And he kept on banging on the side of the house. Well, he was, and I would go up and say, Alana, are you home? David wants to say something. And he didn't say it. Well, she didn't want to go out. He went in there and was talking to her. and he kept on doing this, that, and the other. And them two was yelling at each other for a couple of seconds. And he did something stupid.
So how do you tie into this?
They were fighting, arguing with each other. And then what happened?
He pulled him down the elevator. But he didn't pull it out. He was sitting over there on the parents' dresser because he was running around at her house. He went in there and got it.
He went and what?
He got it once to go try to scare her, and she shot him out. He actually shot her.
It takes the police about 3 seconds to shoot down this alternate story, because somehow Aaron hasn't realized that the fact that the dogs didn't track a second mystery person still holds up, even if he knows who the mystery person is.
Facts, bro. We keep circling back to this, but I'm like, he gonna just sit there and just lie till he can't lie no more.
At the end
That shit not finna help nothing though, bro. You still like
of
this
the
shit
day,
did.
the only people at the scene of the crime were him and Alana.
Mm.
All evidence points to Aaron shooting Alana inside the home. then placing her body out into the woods where he left her and watched as Alana's sister tried to save her.
That's
The bottom line
crazy.
is,
He sat there and brought her sister to there knowing what he did. That is some evil, psychopathical shit.
you're all over this whole thing, period. Not just the gun, the yard, the house, the road, everything. You're over everything. You
Nah, facts.
are over everything. Nobody else is over everything. You're forgetting there were other people in that yard too with you. The dogs kept tracking back to the same spot, which is in the backyard. Kept running around over here, running around trying to find other stuff, and they couldn't find other stuff, and they ran back to the front yard. Why?
Because there was only one trail.
Because nobody left that backyard, Aaron. Nobody left that backyard.
But
If
you,
anybody left that backyard, those dogs would have made a beeline off of it and ran through the woods over there because they ran that way. They looked that way. But they kept coming back. Why? Because the person didn't leave. There was no time. It does not add up.
If it was an accident, it was an accident, but you got to tell me.
Dude, you got to tell us. If it was an accident, let's sit here and
If
quit
you were
talking what it
playing a
is.
game,
maybe it was him that got the gun off the parents' register. I mean, the parents' dresser. He was trying to scare her with it, and he accidentally shot her. Because that's what it sounded like happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that a lot as a kid. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to explain to somebody, and I'm like, hey, I got this friend, and whoop-de-whoop, and yada, yada, yada. Oh,
Whatever happened.
yeah. Just tell the
Stop it that
truth.
some other dude did it. Man, everybody tries to say that. And everybody that said it, it don't wash. I told you, it's not going to add up. You can say it. You can try to believe it.
Yeah, because if they would have had another suspect, bro, he would have been there, bro. You wouldn't be the only one that they interviewing. But for the simple fact that you're the only one that they interviewing, bro, it says a lot.
No,
That's what I'm
doesn't add
saying.
up. If it was an accident, say it was an accident. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm not trying to trick you.
Nobody's going to end up as I.
You don't even know what's going to happen any more than I do.
I don't want to hurt her.
Yeah, I know what's finna happen. Y'all finna lock that boy up for juvenile life. He get out when he's 21.
Her feelings.
You don't want to hurt whose feelings?
Her feelings. Her
Alana's?
mom.
Her feelings are already hurt, Aaron. How much more hurt could they
But
be?
I didn't mean to hurt her.
All right, then what happened?
It's about to get good now. Now we finna get to the actual truth. There we go.
She was goofing around and I was goofing around. But first I went over there to tell her that I couldn't be over here for 2 weeks like I was saying. And because I know Amanda kind of a little bit forgets stuff when she's doing a lot of busy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her and she said she wanted to go outside and let's go and do something. But I didn't know the gun was loaded.
What the fuck? Why was you playing with a gun?
Okay. And what happened?
And she was acting like she was pulling the trigger. And I said, don't do that. And I
Okay.
took it away. And I went to go try to go put it up so I can go leave. And it went off.
Oh, it's kind of hard to believe this guy though. He's lied so much through this interrogation.
where was she at when it
I still don't believe the fake crying. Like he's trying to gather up tears, but I just can't see it. Like I don't believe not one single word he's saying. He's very manipulative for his age.
Over there where the computer was.
Mm-hmm.
Over the computer.
I spoke to you when it went on.
I had it right there in my hand. I was grabbing it to take it away.
So you were right behind her when it went off?
Right in front of her.
And she was in front of you, and her head, back of her head was facing you, right?
No.
You gotta explain this shit because we trying to understand it.
When are you making it sound like I try to shoot her in the back?
I'm not
We're not trying to
understanding.
make it say that's what the evidence shows, buddy.
Oh, she got shot in the back of the head?
I know.
So if you know that, then why are you saying we're making it up? We're not. That's
No,
what
but I
it shows.
didn't aim it at her head at all. All I did is grab it, and it went off
Where were you at when you grabbed it?
right in front of her. When I grabbed it, the gun tilted up, and when it tilted up, it went off.
Alana was
shit.
struck in the back of the neck while she was looking at her Facebook page on the family computer.
What? The back of the neck? Oh, shit. So, right here. Oh, fuck.
The shot was at a downward angle, indicating that whoever shot her was standing over her.
Oh, no. Yeah, take his ass. Yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
Which doesn't exactly match the picture that Aaron is painting.
That's why I
does it?
said you can't believe nothing he's saying.
Now, where the computer chair is, she's sitting, and they're telling me it's not possible that the gun was fired from the table height to where it hit her. The gun was fired up higher.
out there.
Oh, yeah, we'll be out there all night. When the gun was fired up higher, it wasn't fired at table height. It's not possible.
The way how she spinned in her chair, it did happen.
No, what I'm saying is that the trajectory, the way the bullet went in, it came from up to down. Okay?
Or did it go through?
The table couldn't do that.
You shot her while she was sitting down just chilling.
Okay? That would be
Why?
if you were on the table.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Playing on Facebook,
And I'm down here on
and
the
they're
table.
down there on the table.
See what I'm saying?
The bullet's going up,
But this
not
one
down.
came down. So it would have to be fired from up here.
Mm.
What I'm saying, or up here doing it. I mean, I'm just telling you. I'm just trying to,
He not gonna tell the truth. He gonna sit there and lie the whole fucking time. Y'all wasting your time.
Like you
I
said.
got scared.
I'm getting a little agitated, and I'm trying not to, Aaron. I really am. I'm getting to the point now to where
I'm trying to tell you the truth.
no, you're not trying to tell us the truth. If you were trying to tell us the truth, just tell us the truth and quit trying.
No,
You would quit
I'm not
trying to
try-
just make stuff.
You just
fit.
been lying the whole fucking time. Like, come on,
We're
bro.
telling you what the evidence is and what the facts.
If you don't tell them the truth, they're gonna convict you off of what they think happened, and that's gonna be way worse.
Okay.
I know what
And we're
y'all-
showing that
the trajectory range of that was probably way too close, and it went in our head to a diameter way.
Listen, we're trying to tell you that the evidence does not. It contradicts what you're saying. Okay. It's not going with what you're saying. Okay?
At all.
We're telling you that's flat out. You can't lie about that. I mean, you can't. We can't. That's the way it is. It is the way it is. Okay.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know for a fact that gun was not there on the table like this when it went off. Okay.
No, I never.
You went and got that bitch because you be in the house all the time.
like when it like that because
Okay.
when I
That
had it in my
gun was
hand,
up above her.
Yes.
It was higher than where it went off. It was up. It wasn't down. It was up, is what I'm telling you. If you were playing some kind of game, you thought it was unloaded, and you come in there and, pow, whatever, and it went off, you didn't know it was loaded, okay. But what I'm asking you and what I'm telling you is that's not the way it happened, okay? Tell me the way it happened.
Please. You sit here and wasted, this is what, 40 minutes of fucking you just talking, fake crying, lying through your teeth. Like, just tell us what the fuck actually happened. We want to know, like Joe.
The way it happened, Aaron.
The R&B scene, of course, if you don't know who I'm talking about.
We can go back and forth all night, and I can tell you that it didn't happen that way, okay?
I'm gonna be in
Facts.
trouble if I do.
I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened.
I like how they didn't engage in that and be like, oh no, you're not gonna get no jail time and whoop whoop. Nah, we're not doing that.
Okay, I was being dumb. I grabbed it after she handed it to me. I was trying to undo it, like I was saying, like I did. But I thought it can go back again, so I can just, pull it back again. But it wasn't budging, and I picked it up, and I was going to try to go outside, but the door did not want to go open with just one hand. And I was doing that again when we could just pull back and just let out the bullet. And it didn't, and my hand was on the trigger, and it just went off.
But that still doesn't figure out you're over there by the door now. And not
Oh
inside
my
of the
fucking
door.
God. Stop lying. Damn.
Glass door beside me.
But
Come on, bro. This shit don't make sense.
what we're trying to tell you is, Aaron, let's just boil it down to brass tacks. This happened because somebody was standing up behind her at a certain angle. When that gun went
when
off.
I was doing that, I was doing this, trying to see if it will come out, because
Okay.
Now you got to point it up in the air.
Yeah, now you got to point
I
it
have
in.
it sideways in my hands, so I can grab onto it like this and just pull it back. I was doing this, and I kept on
He just not gonna shut the fuck up lying, is he?
doing that, pulling it
Where
back
are you standing when you're doing this?
up against the glass door.
Which would have meant she's beside you, right? No.
No. Where, you know
Come
where
on,
I was
bro.
sitting, where I was sitting at,
He about to piss me off.
right?
Mm-hmm. You
Right
said you were sitting by
behind
the table.
Yeah, I picked it up and I was doing this, and I was looking. I actually had it pointed at me at first, and I was doing that, and I turned it like
Why would you be playing with a gun that's not yours anyway?
that, and I kept on. And I was like,
So at what point? I mean, you
thing-
didn't grab the rag or anything. Did none of that happen, right? You didn't grab the rag.
well, I did grab the rag, but I didn't really use it because it didn't grab the
You're
grip.
confusing me more. You're confusing me more. Look.
Oh god.
You found the weapon. This one was I'm having it printed.
No. Yeah, he's already pretty much said.
All right. Here's the deal.
What do you got for us?
Whose prints are supposed to be on that gun? That's it. Okay. Whose prints? That's all that's on the. That's all that's on the gun.
His prints is the only one that's on the gun, so she never grabbed it.
Alana's prints aren't on it. Alana's prints aren't on it.
Who?
Alana.
Is your name Alana? Is his name Alana?
No.
Nah, hell nah.
I was telling him.
Yeah,
Might as well just call him lie face, cause all he fucking do is lie.
Aaron's prints, because we got his prints on file. That's yeah. Your prints are on it. That's all.
Aaron doesn't seem to realize the weight of what the forensic analysis has just told detectives. His fingerprints being on the gun are obviously important, but Alana's lack of fingerprints on the gun are just as much so.
She didn't even touch the gun. She probably didn't even know that he had a gun in his hand.
But here's the thing. Her fingerprints are on that gun. You know why they're not on that gun?
Why?
You tell me.
Cause she never fucking touched it.
And then got it. Well,
Because she didn't have the gun.
well,
You brought the gun over there.
Aaron. Yeah, I told you we're gonna pick apart every little thing.
He just fucking lied. Just stop lying, bro.
Quit trying to think of something else to cover it up and just tell me the truth.
Thank you.
okay. But
The
she
truth
didn't
will set you free.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not lying about that. She wanted it. I didn't want to grab it, but she said I wasn't going to get in trouble if I do go in there and get it. So I went in there and got it.
Why would you want to go in there and get something that ain't yours?
And she said, "It'll be fine." And she went to go grab it and pull it back, but I ended up grabbing it and bringing it back myself because she.
I still don't believe him.
I'm trying to focus on her hand. Because
Listen, man.
You just no.
I'm not saying that.
You trying to cover up, bro? Like, damn.
You went and got the gun.
Yes,
You came out.
yes, but the
Would
clip was already halfway down.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
What clip was already halfway down?
So,
What, the hammer?
yeah, hammer.
But you said you went like that.
Yeah, I thought I did because of that. The back thing went down.
Mm-hmm.
The little hammer thing went back down.
Okay.
So I went like that and hit it down, and I didn't know how to get it back up without it
Going off.
Yeah,
Okay. So what happened?
like I was saying, I grabbed it not right at the bottom of the barrel, at the top of the barrel. I was doing that to try to make sure that it didn't go off. But like I said, it slid off of my hand and it went off.
Oh, here's another little piece. We got where there's some fingerprints on the curtains by the back door, where it looks like somebody reached up and tried to pull up on the curtains.
This idiot.
Trying to pull us up
This
That's my
idiot.
hand.
down low.
Down low, by where she was.
No, that's when she fell over. If it's down low,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So she didn't just fall over and lay there. She was down low trying to
I
reach
was
up.
trying
And
to see if she was all right. And she didn't move. She wasn't breathing.
But you just told me a minute ago, a few minutes ago, she was moaning.
That was
Which fucking lie is it, bro? Because
when it went off there. She went and fell over.
Did she ever grab at the curtains?
Now she just fell over the chair and she just went down.
And you didn't think to call the police. You didn't think to call her mom or dad.
I'm not lying about this.
I'm not saying you are. I'm
Even
just
though
saying.
Even though you fucking lied the whole interrogation, you literally wasted 46 minutes of just lying, just straight lying through your teeth.
I said that so many times, it's probably so.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Police know without a doubt that Aaron murdered her, but the question is, was
Why?
it premeditated? At this point, detectives don't have the biggest piece of evidence pointing to the fact that it likely was. As they work on getting it, another group of interrogators take a turn questioning Aaron.
Explain to me exactly what happened.
She wanted, because the other couple of days ago, the door was open.
No, what caused you?
I know.
No, listen to me. What caused you to go
All that fucking lying,
to
bro.
her house today? Why did you go to this girl's house? What's her name?
Amanda's.
The girl that
Alana.
is that the girl that got shot in the head? Okay. Why was you at her house today?
Oh, yeah, he would have been ended this.
Well, I went over there to tell her to remind Amanda, or just go up to Miss Betty to tell her that I'm on restriction for 2 weeks.
Why does she need to tell them that?
Because I told Amanda, and I know Amanda sometimes forgets. Because
That's bullshit.
Miss
You
Betty
told
always-
Amanda that you were on restriction, but then you went to this girl's house to remind Amanda that you were on restriction?
How does that even make
I mean,
that don't make no fucking sense at
that
all.
makes sense.
At all. That's
So
crazy.
sometimes-
That's actually fucking retarded.
Amanda forgets because she's all the time busy with Chase and little Paul.
But you told her. You said, Amanda, I'm on restriction. Is that right? So then you went over to this girl's house who's now dead, and you said, hey, remind Amanda that I'm on restriction. Is that what it is?
You know what I'm saying?
That don't even sound right at all. That sound dumb as hell.
Okay, and who's Betty?
Her mom,
Who's mom? The dead girl? What's the dead girl's name?
Alana.
Alana. Okay,
Stop
Alana.
saying big girl.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, keep saying it.
But she is dead. So, all right. So, Alana. So you went to Alana's house today to tell Alana, hey, when you see Betty and when you see, what's her name? Amanda, remind them I'm on restriction. All right? So you go to the house to do that.
That part.
What door did you go in when you got to the house?
Front door.
Did she let you in?
Yes, sir. I knocked on the door.
Why was you at the house?
She let me in,
Okay.
but she said, "Hold up, didn't you say he was on restriction?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm here to let you know to remind Amanda."
When did you tell her you was on restriction?
I texted. No, I didn't text her.
Tell the truth.
He don't got a truthful bone in his body.
I am telling the truth.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Why
No, you're
would
not.
you go? Why would you go to her house to tell her you're on restriction when she opens the door to you and like, oh, dude, you can't be here. You're on restriction. I mean,
Thank you.
it makes sense.
At
She already
all.
knows you're on restriction.
At all.
Why would you go to tell her?
When are we gonna fucking stop lying? Just stop lying.
She had to know. Who told her?
Huh? Amanda. I believe. I don't know. I never even told her.
You never told
Only
who?
told Amanda.
Right. So you're going to
To
What's her
tell
name?
Alana.
Alana. Tell Alana,
But
hey, I'm on restriction. But when she opens the door, she knows you're on restriction. And what does she say to you?
You're not supposed to be here.
when I walked in, she said, "Take off."
Wait a minute. She opens the door and she says, oh, wait a minute. You're on restriction, right?
Yeah.
Did that stop you at the front door for a second?
No,
Did
it
you
did
try to
not.
Explain to her.
You
What did you tell her?
he tried to walk right on in like it was nothing happening. That like, come on, bro. Like, stop the fucking lying.
She stopped and was kind of wary about you coming in the house and saying, well, wait a minute. What got you in the house?
Exactly.
She told me to come in real fast.
Well, what do you mean come in real fast?
What
does
is
that mean?
exactly?
No, I'm just trying to understand, really, dude.
I'm talking about going in and help her with something, and I didn't know
And I
what
understand.
to do.
Okay, here we go. Who is it? Yeah. Okay. Open door. Hey, man, you're on restriction. That's where we're at. Okay. She recognized that you were on restriction. You tell me you were there to tell her that you're on restriction. Okay. What you just told me was that she stopped you at the front door. And
No,
by stopped, I don't mean kick you in the groin or nothing. She just said, "Oh, wait a minute." Okay. What
What's up, Sue Ken?
happened after that?
Because when I turned around, I was about to leave, And she said, since I was there,
Okay.
can you hold up for a minute and help me out?
Okay.
Because she asked before if I can help her out with the gun issues, stuff like that.
What did she ask you to help her out with that got you in the house today?
She just said, come here real fast and help, because I always help her out with anything.
Help me bake a cake. Help me sew a hat. Help me shine a shoe. What was you in the house to do today? What were you doing in there to help her do today? What put you in the house?
I don't know. She told me when she sat down on Facebook and she was going to say, oh, hold up, I got to delete this picture and put in a couple more on there.
To this day, police have not released a clear motive on why Aaron murdered Alana. However, based on evidence found in his home, it seems to have been premeditated. Inside Aaron's bedroom, police discovered the owner's manual, gun box, and extra ammunition for the gun that was used to kill Alana. If you recall, the gun was owned by Alana's father. However, given the tight timeline of events, it would have been impossible for Aaron to have hidden those items the day of the murder, meaning that he must have stolen them days prior, which gave him plenty of time to read over them and become familiar with the weapon that ultimately took Alana's life.
Facts.
And though why he took her life is still a mystery, police have some suspicions, because they have one more shocking accusation to throw at Aaron.
So she kept on and on and on and on you about you showing her how to use the handgun?
Yes, sir.
Why?
And she said because in case if somebody tries to break in or do something.
We've checked the residence. There's never been a break-in over there.
Not one
That's what
time.
I've been telling her. It's always clean down here. She likes.
It's always clean. Where, on Miles Road?
No, about breaking in. I ain't saying about clean like drugs, stuff like that. But it ain't.
What the fuck?
Talking about that.
So the whole reason she kept on nagging and bugging you.
Album analysis. I'll probably have to knock it out later. I'm kind of tight right now. I gotta hurry up and get these uploaded to
She
YouTube.
didn't want anybody to break in or do something to her.
This don't even make sense, bro. This whole story hasn't made sense at all.
She gets off the bus and she's
So at 14 years old, she's wanting to learn. She's on you about wanting to learn how to shoot a handgun.
Yes, sir.
14 years old.
Yes, sir.
A female.
Man, she worried about everything but a fucking gun, and that's the truth. Your ass was worried about a fucking handgun.
That's on Facebook most of the time, and worried about who's good looking. And who's
Exactly.
not. She's
Exactly.
really worried about wanting to learn how to shoot a handgun.
Yes,
That
sir,
part.
because it may sound stupid, but
May.
It is.
I'm not saying
It is. It is definitely stupid.
Well, how about let me tell you?
Yeah, I got you for sure. I'll check it out. I'm gonna save it, check it out, and we'll definitely do a review on it, bro.
Are you gonna say it is?
I mean, this.
Because she said she's been seeing something going around her house, messing around.
Like what?
Like a head. She's saying she's been seeing it.
I hate that this family brought this kid around. Welcomed him in, showered him with love just for him to take their child away. This makes me not want to trust nobody at all.
Somebody saw you dressed in camouflage, watching their daughter change into pajamas.
Mmm.
Yeah. We got a guy that's done come up here and said, you've been sitting there in the woods or wherever it's at. Maybe you don't have woods. Don't start splitting hairs with me. But he knows that you've been watching his daughter change into the pajamas.
I'm afraid we're gonna go off on another tangent of lies. So let's just redirect ourselves.
All right. Why did you lie and tell those investigators that she touched that gun when that girl has never put her fingers on that gun?
Not one single time.
I don't know. Sure you do. Why did you lie in an official investigation where someone you know is and you have drugged their body out? You're not gonna do that to me.
Not until you just said that girls.
What?
Until you kept on saying the girl, and that's when I finally figured out that she was finally.
You think she's been alive all this time?
I don't know. All I know is she wasn't moving or nothing.
3 hours later, we're still getting lies from you.
Facts.
That's why I don't think you've told us everything.
He hasn't.
You've not. Something happened in that house
And you still fucking lying.
that only you, the good Lord in heaven, and that girl knows. And mister, if you walk out of this room with that on your conscience, trust me, you worried about what's going to happen to you tonight.
Ain't nothing finna be worse than that, because that shit finna be on your mind for the rest of your life.
Trust me, in about 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to wish to God you'd finally broke down, finally manned up, and said, you know what? damn, here it is. By God, this is what happened. Whatever it was, it happened. I don't know. You've told us lies for a reason.
Let me read you like a book.
Told us lies for a reason. To throw us off of the truth. You tell a lie to cover up the truth.
Every fucking time.
What's up?
You're going to regret the day that you let us leave this room with these issues not cleared up. Trust me.
It's gonna come back to bite you.
Real good.
Bite you hard.
Ultimately, in spite of his age, Aaron was convicted of malice murder and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. He has repeatedly tried to appeal his conviction, claiming that giving him a life sentence at such a young age counts as cruel and unusual punishment. Which seems fitting, given the cruel and unusual way in which he murdered a girl who trusted
I hope they'll never let his ass out, because all you did was lie the whole entire time.
him and betrayed a family who took him in.
Yeah,
Our
you a piece
thoughts
of
are
shit
with
for
the
that.
Callahans and all who knew and loved Alana.
You a piece of shit
Thank
for
you
that.
for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while,
Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to all my supporters. I love you. And that's it, baby. We out.